Good evening, Hope Dealers. It's so good to see all of you. It seems like it's been a while since the third Wednesday in October when we were together last. And I am going to jump right in because there's so much in November, and we have a lot to share tonight. But I am thrilled about all that Arbonne has given us to work with in November. And I am in love with this. Type in the chat if you have tried this yet. I'm going to move my chat a little bit. I am going to order as many as I can possibly find the expiration date and how many will I be able to consume by then. This is incredible. I don't know how they continue to do these flavors, but anyway, that's just one thing. But those of us who've been in Arbonne probably more than 4 years back can tell you we never had perks like that, right? Connolly, Fran, I mean, just several of you are on here, Rachel, that we didn't have all this, free signups to offer or a free product every now and then on all preferred clients account. And you know what? We didn't think we were missing anything. You don't know what you don't know. We had our awesome products to offer and our awesome opportunity to offer. And that was enough. Never once did we say, why doesn't Arbonne do that? We thought we had it all. But think about this. If I decided I was going to offer free signups for a month, and let's say that I sponsored 10, we can all do that math without a calculator. That would be $290 out of my pocket to do that. So this $29 waiver for yet another month is a gift from Tyler, from our home office team, showing that they believe in us, they're investing in us, and they're recognizing that we're still coming out of a really difficult, unprecedented time. And you can just feel that if you really, trace back and see, look what they're doing. They are continue to give us one reason after another to call, to reach out, and just all kinds of ways to succeed. And now they've added the $49 waiver for a consultant with a $250 order. So before I get into what I really want to talk about tonight, I just want to give a little sidebar on this consultant thing, because the upgrade is free and then there's the waiver if they're just starting. I never encourage anyone to register as a consultant just to get a better discount if they're not going to build a business. If a preferred client will take advantage of their free product rewards and their free shipping, their discount is usually the same and sometimes even better. They choose the Genius Pads. As Kate likes to say, we tell them, choose something expensive, right? And if they're choosing one of those more expensive things, their discount is usually the same or better as if they were a consultant, and it's not done at the cost of my commission. Arbonne's doing that for us with that free product and free shipping. And my preferred clients have this down to a science, and yours will too if you send them friendly reminders and educate them on it, because probably 90% of mine never miss that month where they have a free reward expiring. So save the free consultant signups and the upgrades for those who really do want to begin a business, and don't be putting both choices in front of people. Like, you could be a preferred client and it would cost you this and you'd have this, or you could be because the confused mind will say no, and it comes down to just like pennies sometimes. All right, that is that. Now I'm going to go on to part one of what I want to share tonight. On the MVP Facebook group several days ago, one of the MVPs posted that she wanted to do a training on how people, persevered through hard times in their business. And she asked for other MVPs to share their stories. Well, there's some posts that, I don't read a whole lot about, but this one I thought that was very interesting and worthwhile reading. So I read a few of the stories of what people wrote in. And as I read through those, I thought of what I had shared on our leadership retreat. So my apologies to those of you who heard this, but it's only going to take a couple of minutes out of tonight's training to repeat it, coming from the book Win in the Dark, which I cannot recommend highly enough. Reading this one and the Energy Bus both before 2021 ends. In Win in the Dark, he had a word for all the hard that we go through. So I'll give a little pop quiz. Anyone who is on the retreat, Fran, I know you know this because you did your whole Thursday thoughts on it. So if somebody can type it in, but his word for all of the hard things that we go through was crap sandwiches. I don't even use that word. It just doesn't sound nice, but I'm going to say it a lot tonight. So y'all just enjoy it. You won't hear me say it again. To kind of personalize it to us, I would paraphrase him and say, don't get stuck in Am I passionate enough about age well or a new fizz flavor to keep on going and trying and working in what I'm doing? Ask instead, and these are his exact words, what are you passionate enough about that you can endure the most disagreeable aspects of the work? And I'm going to read a few more sentences quoting straight from the book. Everything worth doing well, any dream worth having, comes with its fair share of crap sandwiches. You can't avoid them all. Pursuing your passion means deciding which flavor of crap sandwich you are most willing to put up with. It's a lie to believe that you will love what you're doing 100% of the time. You aren't broken because you don't always enjoy doing the hard work that goes along with your dreams. And to me, that was very freeing. I thought of all the times that I've put time and effort into something where nothing came from it. Maybe I hauled my stuff across town, set up a really nice table at some vendor fair and talked to people and initiated contacts all day long. I've had great things come from those, but I've also had days where I spent hours on that and nothing, all the follow through, all of that, nothing came from it. Or the times that a group presentation, a Facebook party, or a one-on-one did not result in anything that I could see, and or still hadn't years later. Crab sandwich, or people who start and then quit. Crab sandwich. And what he says about this that is so powerful, here's another quote. Everyone has to eat these nasty sandwiches. You just have to decide whether you're willing to eat the ones necessary to pursue your dreams. And if you aren't, be prepared to eat the ones thick with regret and layered with the lingering thoughts of what could have been. Anyone can do the work when experiencing rapid growth and constant validation that they are on the right path, but only a few persist when they realize their dreams come with a lot of crap sandwiches. The key is acknowledging you're going to have to eat them no matter what you decide to do. It's just a matter of choosing which ones you're willing to swallow. So you may think that, okay, by the time you're RVP or NVP, there's no more crap sandwiches up there. Is that true? Not at all. We all still hear our share of no's, still have the disappointments. I heard EMVP Valerie Edwards say on a call this week so well that once you get here, there's always a there. And it's so true. So I wanted to share this tonight because there might be some of you who feel that you're not where you want to be at this point in the year. Maybe it's not where you want to be in terms of taking advantage of those great accelerated qualifications. They're not over at all. They go through February, but it may be that you're not where you thought you would be or wanted to be in terms of earning the Cancun trip, or even having one new teammate join you before the end of the year. And I just want to encourage you not to look back and go, look what I haven't done, but to really recognize what you have done, what you've accomplished, how far you've come, and choose to be, my favorite word of John Maxwell that I just heard a few months ago is a possibilitarian. Choose, I couldn't make up that word, but it's a good word. He made it up. Choose to be a possibilitarian for how you will end 2021. And as I was making notes of what I wanted to share tonight, I was on Facebook for something and saw this awesome quote by our very own Amber Lillystrom. And she had put this graphic up that said, you can judge yourself for the thing you're judging yourself for, or you can take action to improve your situation. So I would encourage you, as you take that action, to begin by reading The Energy Bus. If you order it tonight, you'll have it by the weekend. I'm just going to share one little gem. It'll be out of context, but it's good all by itself. And it was the ultimate rule of positive energy. It's what came from this book. Your positive energy and vision must be greater than anyone's and everyone's negativity. Your certainty must be greater than everyone's doubt. So just after I finished, a few days after I finished The Energy Bus, where the first rule is you are the driver of your bus, keep that in your head for a second. That's when I saw that MVP's post in the Facebook group about wanting these, other MVPs to write in about the hard things they've been through or the hard seasons. And I want to read you right now a really short one that was Debbie Neal's response, because y'all all like to hear from Debbie Neal. And while she did not give a specific situation, You can tell from her words that she's eaten her fair share of a certain kind of sandwich that we've talked about. So as I read this, you're going to hear her use the words leadership and leading her team. And I don't want you to check out if you are a team of one, because if you are a team of one, all that applies to leading yourself, not to someday in the future when you have a team, because it doesn't work like that, that leading yourself comes first. And for all of us who have a team, it applies to us just as much, because we need to lead ourselves every single day if we're going to continue to lead a team. So there's no one this doesn't apply to. So here are Debbie's words. Leading is hard. Leadership is a privilege. When it feels hard, this is where vision shows up. This is where our love shows up. When we focus on what we love, what we're grateful for, and where we're leading our team and this company, we stay in the driver's seat, driver of your own bus. When we lose our vision, we become a passenger. There have been many times in my journey where leading felt hard. That's where my resilience, love, and vision grew. I'm grateful for the hard. It's made me a bigger lifer. Leadership is loving the hard. And I just thought Debbie's words were such a great encouragement to me to love the hard, not just get through the hard, but to love the hard and let that season be used to grow in my resilience and love and vision. So to use that quote from the energy bus again, just really personalized to me, I can honestly say, I know that my positive energy and vision are greater than anyone's and everyone's negativity, that my certainty is greater than everyone's doubt. So just some words for you to think about tonight. And we're going to take a break from the training part. And Ashley Powell is going to read our recognition for October. And then we have some really great tools to share with you before we end. So let me share the screen. And Ashley, trust you are here.
I am.
All right. And oh, goodness. Why? There we go. All right.
All right, congratulations. So in qualification for district manager, we have Suzanne, how do you say her name? Katucci? Okay. Judith McHugh from Virginia, sorry. Katucci is from Maryland. Jocelyn McCallum from North Carolina, sponsored, I should be saying sponsors too, sponsored by Crystal Simmons. Jasmeet Singh from Canada, sponsored by Chandeep Gill. Sarah Timeson from Virginia, sponsored by Amber Fry. Stephanie Ching from Virginia, sponsored by Amber Fry. Sarah Goddard from Virginia, sponsored by Maggie Nagard. Julia Jane McNulty from Virginia, sponsored by Conley Stewart. Brandy Davis from Virginia, sponsored by Amber Fry. Patrice Strachan from Virginia, sponsored by Dina Kretzer. And Tammy Lowell from Massachusetts, right? Sponsored by Rihanna Peasy.
Good job, Ashley, and congrats.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congrats.
Okay, Achiever Award earners. So District Manager Achiever Award, which is $200. We have Amber Fry, Dina Kretzer, Fran Babishak, and Connolly Stewart. Congrats, ladies. And Area Manager, Achiever Award earner, we have Amber Fry and Dina Kretzer. Congratulations. Okay, so tops in changing lives and tops in personal enrolling. So all these people have 5 or more new PCs with 150 orders. So we have Amber Fry with 20, amazing Amber Fry. Conley Stewart with 15, which is amazing. Fran Babishak with 12, amazing. Dina Kretzer, Callie Fetchko, and Rihanna Peasy. Congratulations, everybody. That's so many lives changed right there. That's awesome. Okay. So top district enrolling, we have Amber Fry, Connolly Stewart, and Fran Babishak. And top area enrolling, we have Amber Fry, Fran Babishak, and Dina Kretzer. And then top in personal sales, we have Amber Fry, Fran Babishak, and Connolly Stewart. And then perfect brick earners. So this is 2,500 from you and your personally enrolled PCs and new enrolled consultants. So this is Amber Fry, Fran Babishak, Conley Stewart, Dina Kretzer, Rihanna Peasy, and Callie Fetchko. Awesome. Congratulations, ladies.
Thanks, Ashley, and congrats all of you. I've heard from the beginning of my Arbonne life that in Arbonne, we believe that when one wins, we all win. And I love seeing you all just, commenting and cheering, for each other. Those that you see recognized tonight are showing what's possible. And so I just hope all of you are inspired and saying, you know what, if they can do it, I can too. My friend ENVP Linda Lovelace, that some of you have also gotten to know, suggested on a recent call that instead of always making vision boards, we talk about that a lot, dream boards, vision boards, that we all make an accomplishment board, recognizing ourselves for all we've already accomplished, how we've grown, where we've come, at the very least, because I can tell you, I did not go make an accomplishment board if you go look in my office, because that sounds very time consuming. And if one of you do it, I'd love for you to share it or on the next call. But if that sounds time consuming, at least take some time tonight or tomorrow, make a written list so that you're recognizing your strengths, how far you've come, what you've accomplished, your wins and your potential. And now, oh good, we're on time. Connolly and Amber Fry and Amber's husband, Basil, and I have been working for a while now on updating our getting started documents. And I'm so excited. Connolly and I worked a lot on the content, and then I am no graphics person, and Connolly won't fight me for the position of let's make these pretty of graphics and all of that. But we turned that over to awesome Basil and Amber, who had even more insight. I'm really looking at this through a new consultant's eyes. So helpful, both of them. And Amber, are you going to be able to share it? Because I can't get to share the screen. Okay. Is going to share these with you. We're not going to read them to you word for word because you all can read, but just kind of give you an overview of why and what it is. Dr. Tom Barrett wrote in the book, Dare to Dream and Work to Win, the 3 foundational principles for success, which hopefully somebody could type in here before I even say them, which is consistent effort, duplication, and giving it enough time. And what these getting started documents are all about is that duplication part. It's helping each one of you feeling completely empowered that you can help someone else and help them start strong and succeed. So Amber, see if you can share the screen and go from there.
Dina, I just texted you. For some reason, it's not letting me pull up. Not that I can't share on my end, but I think it's maybe I haven't upgraded my Zoom or something.
Okay, let's see if I can get them up then, because I didn't have my email up.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can y'all still see me?
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing this screen? Okay, but now I need to come back to Zoom and share screen. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. You go, and I'm going to go pull up the others.
Great. I'm so excited about these. I think in my lifetime of doing Arbonne now for almost, I guess it'll be 6 years in December next month. That's crazy. That I've seen a lot of different, variations of getting started or, even helping new consultants. I've done a lot of that. And it just is really nice to see all the work that Connolly and Dina put into this, obviously. But my biggest thing that I wanted to say is I just feel and I'm thinking purely for the new consultant I sponsor tomorrow, or anybody on my team who has felt a little nervous about, starting a new consultant, kind of like, what do I do? I've actually heard that from people on my team. Like, I don't even know how I would even get somebody started. Does that hold them back from sharing the business? Maybe, that could be an element. So it just makes me feel really excited because I feel like, this is going to allow all of us to confidently share the business, and we can share this with our teams too. You can confidently share this business and help them just easily be able to get started, so that then you can still focus on your personal business. Isn't that what we want to do? And then also not overwhelm them. I think that's also been like a thing that's been brought up. I never want somebody to start and then be like, oh, I can't do this, right? And full of overwhelm. So I really love this, your first 2 days, your first week, your first month. And I know so much of this came from other people just pouring into Dina. Her and Connolly just put this together so lovely. So if you guys you'll be able to see these files. We're going to post them, and they'll also be on the website, which I love. And even like some things that are in there are for people who maybe honestly love the discount, but can see themselves sharing a little bit with some friends and family. Maybe they're not like, I'm going to be a national vice president, but still they are wanting to work. There's some examples in there of ways to get started. I also really, really love this one. This is the 10 easiest, right, Dina?
Yes.
I think it is. Yeah. This is awesome. This is 10 easiest. So ways to get started. This allows like everybody to, just kind of get started. I think it takes the fear out of maybe even sharing the business opportunity right from the get-go. I don't know if you've sponsored or enrolled a new consultant who's like, oh, I don't want to jump into that yet, but you see how they light up when they talk about sharing Fizz with other people. You see how excited they are, the way that they feel about doing the 30 days. And they're like, those kinds of things is what lights them up. But when you talk about the business, you feel like they're kind of shut down. I think I love this because it's just getting them started of sharing the things that they love, the things that they feel comfortable without that fear. And then it's also kind of an indirect approach. And so instead of you feeling like you're trying to convince somebody to do something, is this the indirect approach one, or is that the other one, Dina?
Next one.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So I really love this one. This is just a great way for people to kind of get started and start talking about like Fizz sticks, start talking about, getting examples out there. It's your easy friends and family. And that's all we really need to do for a new consultant to get them over the line. I think that's like the biggest thing. Yeah. Are you guys excited? It's just really easy. It's going to be an easy format to use. And then, yes, this one is the one that's kind of that opinion approach, right? I'd love to just get your opinion. Obviously, I'm not going to read through this whole thing. You guys can read. But this is something that I have personally loved because I like to obviously share, Arbonne with passion, but also it's totally fine if it's not for you, kind of in a casual way. But when you just ask somebody for their opinion, or I'd love to just share this, love to get your opinion on what you think about it. A lot of times when they are just open to learning more and they hear that information, and even maybe the business kind of intrigues them, a lot of times they think that they came up with the idea. It's like they don't feel like you're just like shoving it down their throat. They get to just kind of find their place in Arbonne. And I really like this. We give you some verbiage. Dina has some verbiage there for you guys. And I really like that. So, and then there's a section in there too that's okay, Dina, just for hosting. This is the part that I think is the biggest thing for new consultants. And if you guys don't know my story, when I first started, I had a lot of friends that were guys that were, you've probably heard this story, but dirty band dudes who just drank beer and never washed their bodies, so was Arbonne for them? No, they didn't care. They could care less. And I had a few friends, and Dina met those few friends when I first had my first party. And it was about 4 girlfriends. And I was sweaty, red in the face, so nervous, so introverted, could barely even talk about Arbonne in front of my close only 4 girlfriends that I had. And so if I kept on hounding the same 4 girlfriends over and over and over again, I would not be where I'm at. So I just want to encourage you guys, and I like this hosting section, is encourage your new consultant to get out of their network. I mean, it is so frustrating to just keep talking to the same person. It is unbelievably exciting to get out of your network, to get out of your own backyard and just get out there and meet people and meet strangers. I mean, that's when things get really exciting. So hosting is going to, asking people to host for you is going to be the best thing. So to get started, you can encourage your new consultant to do the same. I think I got it. Dean, I'm going to hand it over to you. Or
I wasn't going to jump in if you could keep on going. So Amber, thank you, and Basil for all of your hard work on this. And Connolly, thank you for working with me from the start of this on content. And a lot of this is taken from Bob Heilig advice and others, so of what has really been working. So anyway, I just want to challenge each one of us, myself included, to just take them this week, and we put on our, no matter what our title is, put on the most important one, which is independent consultant, the one we all share, and just do this. Go through that getting started list. See if you've done all of that, and go through the 10 easiest and 10 best, and really take a look at this. And I just love how if that's Basil or Bamber, as we call them, who have together made this so clean and neat and easy to read. I really appreciate that. I can do content, but not that graphic part. So I just want to close by sharing something. I know at least Connolly will recognize it, because I can remember sharing it back in meetings, back when we used to meet in that fellowship hall of the church a long time. I remember reading it then, and I don't think I've shared this in the last few years, but it's the story of two wolves. And some of you may have read this in other places, but it is so worth repeating. And I know it when I came across this, that's like, I completely forgot about this. So here it is. An old Indian is teaching his grandson about life. A fight is going on inside me, he said to the boy. It is a terrible fight, and it is between two wolves. One is evil. He has anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment, inferiority, lies, false pride, superiority, and ego. The other is good. He has joy, peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, benevolence, empathy, generosity, truth, compassion, and faith. This same fight is going on inside you and inside every other person too. The grandson thought about it for a minute and then asked his grandfather, "Which wolf will win?" The old Indian simply replied, "The one you feed." And that is just so powerful. Rita Davenport would always say, mind your mind, mind your mind. And this business really is all about minding the mind. It's what we feed our mind. So just make sure that you're feeding the right wolf, and just fill your mind with truth. Speak life over yourself, over your family, your business, your relationships. And I will post those new documents right after we get off, while I'm waiting for this video to process, and y'all can begin using those. And that's it. Happy November. And Connolly said she just ordered the energy bus. I love that. I really wanted to do a book club with that one, but I thought, oh my goodness, so many of you all have little ones, and it's all you can do to get on calls twice a month. But I'm almost would settle for a Voxer group and just box in what you're taking away. So, someone send me messages and tell me if you'd want to do a Zoom book club with it, or just box in. But I would love for us to stay connected with what we're learning in the energy bus. So let me know who wrote the crap sandwich book. When in the Dark was written by Joshua Medcalf, Medcalf. All right. And Pound the Stone that Fran's holding up was written by the same author, and Chop Wood, Carry Water. Those three were all written by Joshua Medcalf. And that is it. And I'll see you again. I would say happy Thanksgiving, but I'll see you before then. And but have a happy November. I love each one of you.